Good afternoon. Good afternoon, people. A couple things I want to discuss with the populace. Airman Leadership School. I'm on day 3 of class, and interesting stuff, to say the least. Interesting stuff. What can I say about Airman Leadership School? Well, it was kind of what I expected. For those of you who don't know, Airman Leadership School is the equivalent of NCOA or non-commissioned officer school, or like senior non-commissioned officer school. FTAC, first term airman course, is basically a class. It's about 24 days in length, and they prepare you more or less for the position of a non-commissioned officer, an NCO. And by doing so, makes you more effective, in your given workplace. And I'm currently enrolled. Took a long minute to finally get a class date and to actually be able to attend, but we finally achieved it, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm down here. I am more than excited to be living somewhere else, not clear, in the middle of a town, in the middle of an actual Air Force base. Shout out to the Space Force, but yeah, Space Force base is, from my experience, which is only clear, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. No. So, came home to a bed made. Shout out to housekeeping. Staying in on base lodging. It's something about coming home to fresh sheets, fresh towels. It's been vacuumed. It's nice. It's nice. Met a lot of people. Obviously, it's a great opportunity to network. You get people plucked from all parts of the Air Force, and the various bases. You got one guy from Wainwright. He's Air Force. He's a TAC P. There's 2 TAC P airmen. They're stationed at Wainwright, which is Army base. Obviously their work, directly correlates with the Army, in their line of work. And then you have a lot of, this class at least has a ton of aircraft maintainers. We have a F-35 crew chief. Let me know if any of you watching have that job. Trying to get in touch with him. I can possibly get you in touch. We have a dude that works in F-16 weapons. He's responsible for the maintenance and the loading and things of that nature, dealing with F-16s. And then we have, what's his name? We have a dude in communications, comms, RF, the job I failed, my first AFSE. Of course, there's me, finance, also, resource advisor. And then who else do we have? She works with F-35. She works with, I guess, the supply chain as far as ordering parts. I'm not sure exactly what her job title is, but there's that. What else we got? Our instructor is security forces. We also have another instructor who is CE, works directly with maintaining and updating and, obviously working directly with facilities. That's pretty much it. Yeah, interesting stuff. It's very interesting to be able to bounce ideas off, the different career fields and, provide perspective on why finance is always messing your money up. It's not me, bro. It's everybody else. But yeah, day 3 of class. I've been named class commander, which is an honor. So I believe there's a total of around 16 to 17 staff sergeant selects, basically, or staff sergeants, so senior airmen, currently enrolled in this class, and I have been named the commander of it. Day 2 was Friday, and they called us in to the commandant's office. He was like, "Listen, we got news for you, bro." I was like, "What, bro? Why, bro? Why me, bro?" And they say, "You've been noticed because you're different." I was like, "Bruh, I could have told you that, man." Listen, I could have told you I was different from the beginning. I've kind of arrived at a place where I'm no longer surprised by certain things. I started in basic training, immediately being the first person to just get, and then be made dorm chief, and then, just the added responsibilities that come with being different. People kind of expect more from you because you're, the way you think and the way you act and the way you, present yourself, and then of course your relevance to a problem, in terms of problem solving, your difference will stand out immediately. It will be tough, if not impossible, to blend in certain environments. Environments like this is where I excel the most. Problem solving, in groups of, when it comes to competition, if there's an environment where we have to compete for, let's say, the Levito Award, which is what I'm going after, it's the top award from, that is available for graduating. There's that. There's distinguished grad, academic excellence. What else they got? That's pretty much it. But yeah, we're competing for those things. It's not given to whoever shows up and looks the nicest. Sidebar, one of the greatest things they told me on the first day is we will not be wearing blues. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The amount of work and prep I did to get my blues right. I'm still missing a ribbon that I've been going back and forth between the Army base and Eielson trying to find this ribbon. Can't find it. I have to order online, but yeah, the amount of work that I've been just the dry cleaning fees I had to pay. Good Lord. Just to be told we're not wearing blues, which of course, I'm excited not to have to wear blues. I mean, it's one thing to like do a photo shoot or like graduating, but no, not just because you just show up in blues, do open ranks. Thank God it's -6 outside. We're not doing no marching. We ain't going outside. Ain't no open rank. Yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have avoided that. Shout out to Alaska for the unacceptable weather. But yeah, I count it extreme honor, to have chosen, because again, it's still not guaranteed. You can be as different as you want to be, but to be chosen out of 16, 17 people, and of course the other one of the TAC Ps was chosen to be the class first sergeant, which is basically the process of building a hierarchy within the flight. So you have the commandant, you have the instructors, and then you have class commander, class first sergeant. And so by doing so, you kind of take a lot of the pressure off of people at the top. You kind of spread it out as far as the communication is and the problem solving. Try to solve problems at the smallest level. Which again, I'm grateful. Wasn't exactly surprised because I know I'm different, not from a place of arrogance, but just from a place of realizing and practicing self-assessment, realizing the environments I know I excel in. I know I excel in certain environments. In the academic environment, I know I excel in those environments. And Tech Ps will run circles around me. Tomorrow we got PT. And it's been a minute since I've done squadron type PT where someone's actually leading, or we're meeting up actually wearing PT gear. It's different. But like certain environments, I know I'm not the best. I know I don't compete well. These Tech Ps, they run this track like it's nothing. I'm like, bro, what is wrong with you, bro? I'm like, just running. But in the classroom, I'm up here. I'm different. You hear me? And the structures, they happen to notice. So I'm grateful. It's been an interesting experience. Interesting topics. Obviously, that they're trying to tiptoe around the controversy and how deep do we go down the rabbit hole, and what kind of questions do we want to engage in, and it's fun to play the little tap dancing game, because everyone knows what you're thinking. Everyone knows what's on the news and what's on Twitter and social media as a whole. Everybody's tracking, but nobody wants to say it directly. Which is cool because certain environments are not conducive to straight talk, but it is what it is. But yeah, got some homework tonight. Just reading. Our homework assignments are not heavy, but they are substance. So just a lot of reading. Got up early this morning and did my homework for the weekend, which was just reading, a lot of reading. And then at some point tonight, I'll make a group chat just so we can communicate more effectively, and get to know other people and network a little bit. What can I say about ALS? How can I provide value? How can I provide value on this live? Couple things. In certain environments you enter, is immediately what your difference is to another person. I advise you study this as soon as possible. As soon as you're able to drive, to get a license, a permit, you should be studying yourself. High schoolers, if you're watching this, I studied my analytics. So there's a few of you. You should be studying yourself. How am I different to someone else? What makes me unique? The rewards in this world, I only have access to them when I'm in my proper place of assignment. Steve Jobs has no business on the basketball court. Therefore, you won't see him out there attempting to get a 10-day contract. That's not his space. Rest in peace to old boy. There's no business. Tim Cook, you won't see him out there. LeBron, stay out the lab. No. Your opinion is not valued there. Your assignment has a location where it's most valued. And over time, you'll notice that every time I go here, I get a certain response from the people around me. All of a sudden, I stand out. I cannot blend in certain environments. I personally cannot blend in a group environment. I can't do it. I've tried. Basic training, I try to just keep my head down. I'm going to go in. I'm going to lay low. I ain't going to make a ton of noise. I ain't going to bother nobody. I'm just going to do my job, do what I'm told, and graduate. Nope, dorm chief. Lead. Your mind is different. Your body was different. That's probably how I got noticed, was 6'2". I was built 2016. I was different. Trust me. Still different. You hear me? I still remember the shirt I had on, bro. I was different. Certain environments, you will stand out like a sore thumb, and you will consistently ask yourself why. Why can I not fit in with everyone else? Why can't I be part of the crowd? I'm into. No matter how hard you try, you will try. Try to be one of the boys. Try to fit in with the girls. Try to fit in with your desired group, and you will consistently find I'm not comfortable. Why can't I just seem to? You're different. You're in college, high school, trade school. You always notice that somebody has to stand out, for better or for worse. In certain groups, you're not supposed to be there. It's not that you can't be there, but again, a fish out of water can't function. And when I was walking into the class setting, it wasn't the first day. It wasn't like in the first 10 minutes that they're gonna pick me, but there was that whisper, the whisper in the back of my head, knowing, Brett, you different, bro. It doesn't come from a place of arrogance. It comes from a place of historical precedent. This keeps happening to me. I admit for more than just what this says. If I try to live up to only what this entails, no, my mindset far exceeds this. This is simply a pay grade. This tells you how much I'm supposed to be getting paid, how much I should know about my job for the most part. But my value is relative to the problem I solve for others. My worth, myself, I know my worth. My worth is relative to the problem I solve for someone else. That's how valuable I am. Not how much they paid for something or my service or my time, but how much they were willing to pay for my service or my time. Study yourself. Find out how you think compared to someone else. Don't compare in terms of who's better. No one compares a ladder to a hammer. They're different, people. They're different. They do different tasks. They're not supposed to be the same. They should be the same size. They're different. And you see our society is struggling with this, trying to make a ladder and a hammer the same. I'm going to use this ladder to nail this nail. No. Abuse is going against the purpose or the intended design. That's abuse. That was not the intended purpose of that tool, that person. A lot of us experience pain because we're out of place. The military is a very unique environment. And I will admit, it's not for everyone. A lot of people can't even get in. Most people can't get in. Most people cannot get in. But the people that do get in, it's still not for everyone. It requires, first of all, adaptation. Find out who's in charge, find out who the authority is in this given environment, find out the rules of engagement of this said environment, and then make a decision whether or not you're going to adapt. After doing so, you realize this is the problem I'm paid to solve. This is the training that they provided for me to solve this problem. Beyond that, you're unique. Everything about you that is unique has a given, set of tasks that you can accomplish in a given environment. And then from there, you will be rewarded thereby. Meaning when I walk in a room and they're talking about something abstract or, let's talk about Air Force core values. Cool. That's good stuff. But the second they ask a question, my difference emerges. Because everyone's going to give their set answer to, what does it mean to have integrity? And, there's certain answers that you kind of learn to expect from, the average person in the military. Oh, do the right thing when no one's watching. Cool. But when I answer, it's unique. It's different. It comes from my years of practicing on YouTube. How are you so good at public speaking? Because I practice. I talk to a camera. I don't have an audience to give me feedback. I don't have people nodding and cheering me on and critiquing me. I have YouTube analytics talking back to me. I have briefed my commander multiple times. I know when I'm talking too much based on his reaction. I have experience. I've practiced. I've developed. So when they get up there and they say, all right, you guys, you'll have a briefing coming up soon. I don't lose sleep. Now, this is not about me. Whether or not you believe that, it's different. It's not about me. The point is that when you enter a new environment, your first tasks should be to identify who's in charge, the reason why you're there. For example, the military, why am I here? To solve a problem. You're getting paid to solve a problem. You sign a contract, which means there's an exchange going on. I'm here to exchange my time for this, in terms of what you have to offer. And then from there, anything beyond what you're getting paid in terms of the problem that you're solving, that is extra. That is uniqueness to you. You must grow that yourself. And you realize that your rewards are relative to those problems that you decide to solve in your free time. The 29 of you watching right now, you're here because I worked on my extracurriculars. I worked on the side of me that I'm not getting paid by the Air Force to develop. That's the problem I solve. Wisdom problems, thinking problems, problem solving. Other people try to make as many military YouTubers that there are out here. YouTube is saturated, vastly saturated with content as it should be. But I don't worry about, will my channel dwindle because other YouTubers are starting channels and maybe some subscribers received inspiration and they want to start their channel. I don't get worried because other people are coming into YouTube because I'm unique, I'm different, and no one, as much as they You can try your hardest, but you can't replace me. You can't say the same thing that I'm going to say. You won't know what to say. When it comes to, you can't duplicate me. I can't duplicate you. We're solving two different problems. So I just want to encourage you. As you enter different environments over the course of your career, wherever you are in your life, especially with talks of a second lockdown or quarantine procedures and all that foolishness, what have you. It's a lot. But realize that you are still unique despite the controversy, and that you are designed to solve a problem that no one else can solve. You alone. That's why you're here on this earth. It's to solve a problem that no one else in the history of mankind could solve. You're that unique. That's amazing. It's amazing. That's why McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Arby's can all be on the same block within 100 feet of each other, and no one goes out of business. Why is that? Because each one is unique, and they're all solving hunger problems, but they're all unique to their own taste, their own flavors, their own ingredients. And you don't see them fighting. If a McDonald's moves in, Taco Bell just goes right across the street. They don't lose customers. They're both billion-dollar, trillion-dollar industries right next to each other. They're solving different problems. So when you enter, especially an environment like ALS, that's a great opportunity to solve a problem that is unique to only you. Luckily for me, I kind of know ahead of time that when I enter certain environments, I know what problem I can solve. I immediately know when they ask a question, I know that most of the responses are going to be in this vein. Most of the responses are going to kind of go that direction. It is my job to be unique and stay in my own lane. And eventually I will be exposed properly. As much as I enter most environments trying to stay low key and just try to observe a little bit, but excellence cannot be hidden. And at some point you will be exposed for being you and for being unique. And you'll be valued because of that. But you mess up when you try to mimic someone else and you see, oh, they're over there doing that. So let me try to mimic that. Let me try to put my own spin on that and be them. You'll lose. You will lose. People come to YouTube trying to be like me. When I came on YouTube trying to be like other people, I saw Christian Guzman. So I'm like, I should make content just like him and vlog just like him. And I see, Casey Neistat, and I'm going to get his camera. I'm going to get the same, tools that he used. I'm going to get a Joby tripod and the 70D and a 1635. And I'm going to vlog just like him. I'm going to get a skateboard and I'm going to go down the road just like Casey Neistat, which means I should get the same response from YouTube that he does. That's not how that works. I come on here and I see Bully Juice and I see Wild Blue Yonder and I see Kyle Gott and I see the popular Loner and I see all these different, military YouTubers, and I'm like, do I come on and be just like them? How to read your LES? How to pack, barrettes and lotion for basic training? But do I come on and talk do I be myself? And if I look at the responses of my actions, because I've tried all of those things, trust me. When you enter YouTube, there's a point of just trying things, of just trying to get traction, of what will work for this channel. How can I get people to watch? And I quickly realized that the first video I made of giving advice, from my perspective, I saw a jump. That's interesting. Because my first video on this channel was a vlog, and it got like 2 views. I was like, maybe they just don't. Let me post another one. 4 views, 3 of them from me. Damn it. And then, driving in the car, long road trip, said, let me talk about this. Let me talk about this real quick. 70 views. Ooh, interesting. Let me try that again. Talk about something else. And I noticed a pattern that every time I talk about my own life, my own experiences, the things I failed at, my experiences, how I succeeded, how I failed, the wisdom of the matter, the moral of the matter, I noticed that people flocked to my difference, not my similarities. I can use the same exact camera, the same equipment, but people don't flock to that. People flock to my difference. I get rewarded because of my difference. My channel only grows because I'm different, not because I'm the same as everyone else. There was a time where I was trying to buy the same clothes. I was trying to buy the same car. I was trying to be everyone else. It came from a place of insecurity, of wanting to be accepted by the masses. Please just... It didn't work. It doesn't work. But every time I come on here, every time I post something, I said, as long as my intent is 100% authentic, I'm not trying to mimic anyone else. Just be yourself, be myself, provide value, provide value. The outcome is predictable. So be encouraged, people. Be encouraged. There's something about you that no one else has, that no one else is, that no one else can do. It's up to you to find it, to discover it, and to give that away consistently and without expectation. And you will notice that people will flock to you, not because you're the same as everyone else, but because you're unique. And that is how you get rewarded in this world. And it always shows up in the smallest little areas, like my experience, ALS, when I walk in and, people already they look at you funny. But when I open my mouth and when I talk, and they bring up a topic and, you get all these vanilla answers. And then I bring my, 2, 3 years, 4 years of perspective, and the room gets quiet. I'm like, why are everybody looking all... It's because I'm different. I don't say any of this from a place of arrogance because, first of all, I was never this confident before. I used to be ashamed of the fact that I was different. My birthmark. I used to be ashamed of it. Can't remember exactly when it was, but I know I was like maybe in, what was it? Maybe elementary school, younger. I can't remember. But there was a time, I believe, if I remember correctly, where my parents had gave me the option, if I wanted to get this removed. It's a birthmark, as far as I know. Some say it's a cluster of freckles. I don't know. It's darker coloration than the rest of my skin. I'm unique because of that. Now, when I was younger, trust me, it used to be a point of contention. Because why can't I have a normal face like everyone else? What is this? Why? For what? For what purpose do I have this? And then, it was weird because, I enjoy going to like the ASPCAs and the shelters, visiting, the various doggos and what have you, kittens. And I noticed a pattern that I'm always drawn to the dog with the little spot over its eye, the Dalmatian, the group of, black puppies, but there's always that one white puppy in the mix, or the group of white puppies and the one black puppy in the mix. I'm always drawn to the unique one. And dawned on me, that's me. I am that unique one in the group that no matter how hard I try, I can't fit in. Now, some would say, maybe you just need to put your pride down and maybe you can fit in a little bit better. Maybe you just need to change a couple of these areas of your life. Dress this way. Maybe listen to this type of music. Maybe you need to adjust these areas, and maybe you'll fit in. No. Now, you may be right. You may be right in terms of I could change those things and fit right in, blend right in. Just I'll look like everyone else. But is that the point? Do I get rewarded because I'm similar to everyone else? The rewards I get in this life are not based on my similarities to other people. It's based on my difference, based on the problem I solved. Yeah, so for the longest, my birthmark was always something like, why do I like? But now, today, it's just part of me. It is what it is. There's sometimes I don't even think I have it. It never came up. I'm sure a lot of people notice it at some point, but it's part of me, and you'll realize that it sucks to be the same as everyone else. You look on Instagram, and there's a certain look that everyone is going after for some reason. Obviously, due to some people at the top who made something popular, and everyone just kind of chases that. they chase that look, hoping to get the same engagement, the same response. But no. You will notice that, the more you try to chase popularity based on how the majority does something, you'll realize that everyone is struggling. Everyone is fighting to be different. That's why people get these dusty tattoos and they get these wild hairstyles and different colors, and they're trying to live loudly through their insecurities. It's screaming that you want to be different so badly. But you already are. You're just not accepting what you've been given naturally. It is what it is. I challenge you. Develop yourself. Maximize who you are, what you are. There are people out there ready to accept who and what you are. Not in terms of progress, not in terms of improvement, because we should be continuously improving, growing. But when it comes to the things that you can't control, or your uniqueness, the way you think, the way you see the world, the way you express yourself, that's unique to you. Share that. Realize that a lot of your uniqueness can't be monetized. We would like to. A lot of us would love to. Thankfully, we now live in a day and age where technology is kind of assisting us with monetizing the parts of our life that are typically not mainstream. The artistic side of the pictures, the videos, the music, the spoken word. We're now in a space where we're actually able to, more and more monetize the parts of our life that are they're not mainstream. But there still remains a part of you that you will have to give away for free. You have to just share. And by sharing for free, by giving freely, you realize that people will flock to you. It's amazing. Like personally, I'm sitting here watching 31 people watch me live for what? For what? For what? I don't know. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. I just show up. I just show up and do my job. I'm grateful. Airman Leadership School will be great. I plan on taking context away from this. I want to know everyone's name, everyone's wife's name, everyone's husband's name. Building a network here, making the best of it. No one wants to be in Alaska. Trust me. I do not want to be here. It is like -6 outside right now. Let's ask Mr. Google Assistant. What's the weather right now, babe?
Right now in Fairbanks, it's minus 11 degrees and clear.
Goodness.
Today, partly cloudy with a
Negative 11. That's unacceptable, obviously. Negative 11. No one wants to be Alaska. This is not, a lot of people come here for the outdoors, experiences, and I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna ride my snowmobile. I went hiking yesterday. First hike during the winter, for me at least. Right before I went to the BX, and I bought like $200 worth of winter clothing, pair of boots, a jacket, and I found this other jacket was fire. I was like, let me get that. Let me get that. Some earmuffs, some mittens. And I went out there in some basketball shorts. And when I tell you I froze my behind off trying to break the rules. It was fun though. Again, I'm here. I don't have the ability to just pick up and leave when I get ready to. I'm here until they say I can go somewhere else. So I have to make the best of it, make friends, engage in the activities of this given environment. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. 3 years is not a long time. 3 years is going to pass anyway. While I'm here, I'm going to see everything I can. I'm going to experience everything I can. And then when it's time to dip, I won't have any regrets because I tried everything. I enjoyed it. I went everywhere. I did everything. And I can leave Alaska where it belongs, somewhere else, because I'm not coming back. Once I leave Alaska, I better not catch myself above Canada again. Alaska is different. Alaska is definitely unique. Yeah. If you ever think about getting stationed in Alaska, go to Anchorage. Anchorage is like an actual city. Like it has like 300,000 people. Go to Anchorage. Allison? No. Fairbanks is no. Go to Anchorage. You definitely enjoy yourself. It's beautiful there, just as much as it is beautiful here, but at least you have the city aspect as well. You have like the large population, the amenities of a major city versus the small suburb-ish town vibes of Fairbanks, which, it is what it is. When I was living in upstate New York, I met some of my best friends, literally. Two Mikes and the Jesse. Met my best friends in upstate New York where I did not like living. Who knows? I might meet my wife here. I don't know. Let's see if I get married. I had a lot of requests for a follow-up video to the problem with mirrors video that I made. The last video I posted in regards to did mirrors ruin human interaction? And I'll probably make that at some point. But yeah, it's been a good day. Good start to the week. Got released early today. Got a half day tomorrow, so that'll be dope. Get some reading done tonight, and then I'm just gonna relax, turn on some Family Guy. But yeah, I'm grateful. We'll see what happens with ALS. You guys know I'm very competitive, so I'm going for the Levito. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, my EPR is due in December, so if I wanted to add something on there, this would be nice. So we'll see what we can do. The main thing is to deal with what is in front of you. One task at a time, one homework assignment, one reading assignment, one thing at a time. Maximize. Remain different. You hear me? Show up. They already know what it is. I walk in and you feel me. Like, I'm different. Stop playing with me. And they already know. They already know what it is. Like, it's Isiah, bro. Like, don't play with him, bro. Like, he different. I'm done. Hope y'all got something from this. Got some value. If you join the Air Force, at some point you will be in ALS. At some point, you get an opportunity to come and partake of the proceedings. It's not nothing deep. It's just class. They're trying to develop, a more responsible, more matured mind in terms of the military, and military environment and how you should think in a given environment and how you should treat people, how to deal with problem solving, thinking critically, thinking unbiasedly, being well-rounded, managing the energy of others. It's great. It's great. And then, of course, you get to network. You get to meet a lot of people. You get a break from the office, break from your normal surroundings. You get to meet people from other parts of the base that you would never see. Like right now, I'm talking to people that work on the flight line. You would never see them. They work 12, 14, 16-hour days. You would never see them. An F-35 crew chief, that's pretty dope. I would never meet another one, most likely. Like an F-35 crew chief is pretty dope. So, yeah, I'm enjoying the experience, and I'm going to do my best to maximize it and, ask questions. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next video. And y'all have a good evening.